Hi everyone, we are back for another session number 6, sorry, of the series where we create together with Rachel a brand new website, which will be released, pushed live in a few weeks. How are you this week?
I'm excited. This is my favorite time of the week. I love
Oh,
working on this with you. So very happy to be here.
great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been busy. We have exchanged quite a few messages behind the scenes. So the schedule for today is that we will come back to what we missed last week. The reason why there was some issue when we tried to refresh a page and the changes were not reflected on the page. So I will explain that in a moment, and then we will have a look at the new section on your website, the digital downloads. And also a look at what you created on the shop page drop down that we have just amended before the session, before the recording. And we will change some stuff, by the way, also on the digital downloads to connect it to the community. So
Yep.
the first thing I'm going to do is share my screen because I haven't done it yet. So I will share the entire screen. So that will be easy. No need to change tabs then. Here we go.
There we go.
So this is the page. If you have seen, if you watched the previous session where we had to add this disclaimer by signing up, you are joining Rachel Fusaro's mailing list, and we added this thing behind the scenes, but it was not reflected when we reloaded this page. And the reason why it was because we had not purged the cache. I was just wondering whether the cache was already implemented on the side, but it's implemented by default when you sign up for an account on Cloudways, and when you create a new WordPress application, the plugin for caching Breeze is there by default. We could deactivate it when we are in staging mode, but since now I know it was the issue, I just need to purge the cache if we make any substantial change to see it reflected. So just purge the cache there. That's what we needed to do. So the first thing we want to have a look maybe today at is the shop page, which was in progress last week. And if you remember this page, we had on mobile a drop down and some buttons on desktop, and you decided that you wanted also a drop down leading to the category pages on desktop. So you added the drop down, and I've just modified some stuff. So I will show you what I modified so that you understand what happened with the slight issues you had with the drop down. It's basically because it's quite confusing. There is two different spots where you can add a border to the module, and you had
Yeah,
picked
the
the
problem
wrong.
is when I added it, it had like it was a square. It was on the outside of it,
It
I
was in
think.
the
And so
outside, yeah. Because you
yeah.
could edit actually the border via the advanced menu here, and there is this border bit
Yes,
here.
that's what I did.
And so by adding it there, what happened was that it added something on the outer
Yeah.
section, which was not properly connected to the menu itself. So now I've just added it via here. So border type solid for a solid one.
Okay.
You've got different ones. You've got dotted, you've got dashed, you've got groove. You see, but I've added solid,
Yeah.
1 pixel, and then a border radius of 10. And there is a background behind it. And for the font, I just change it here to 125.
Got it. And then you said that for background. Oh, okay, I see background color. That would change the background of it to a different.
Uh, Probably, by the way, because now I think it's kind of a default background for the menu. But if you change it here, good question. Yeah, now it would change
Got
it
it.
by default there, and if you want another one for over,
Right.
because the one you had was just for over basically. So if you want a one for over, like you see, blue for over,
Cool.
like that, but we won't put green because
Yeah.
We can put
Maybe
green, but then we have to put white for the text like that.
yeah. Maybe make it dark gray, and we'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah,
The secondary, that looks nice. Oh, there it is.
yeah, that's it. And so at the moment it's full width on the section. So there is a section and just one module in the section, which is the menu module, I think. Yeah, WordPress menu, and it's full width inside of it. If you wanted to have it a bit smaller, you would need to add padding left and right. I'm just showing it, even if we don't keep it. But if you do like 100 there and 100 there, you see, you make it smaller.
I like that. Let's keep that. That looks good. I like that it's not fully across, but it's big. Because it for me, I'm thinking about user experience. You know, you scroll, you maybe want to drop down and pick a category, or you can scroll down. Oh, here we go.
So that's the mobile one here. I've just noticed that there's nothing on tablet, because probably the section here was deactivated for tablet. I guess no. What was it? Why is this thing? Oh, maybe because this one is deactivated on tablet. Yeah, this one is deactivated on tablet. Voila, now it's on tablet.
I like that.
Okay, so now it's on desktop, it's on tablet, and it's on mobile. The other one
It's
on
so
mobile.
pretty. I love it.
Okay, cool, cool beans. So that's done. So as we said, the way it's working for this section is that if you click on one of those items, you go to another page, which is the category page with the subset of products per category. You can access the same category by clicking on shop all there or there or there, depending on the category, which is different from the other page. So if we go to the dog food page, which is gated but accessible if you're logged in, this one is different because here it's a filter on the list. So it's not a drop down. So it will filter basically what's in the grid on the right hand side. So it's
There
different.
is, if you go to the mobile view, I think we have a drop down in the
Yeah, on the
mobile.
mobile view there
Yeah,
is a drop down, because on
that's
the
it.
mobile view, this concept of but it's also filtering, but this concept of filtering on the side doesn't exist. So,
Yeah.
but the difference is that this drop down here and this menu on the desktop version, they are not. They are not WordPress menus. They are widgets of the plugin Search and Filter Pro. So we had two widgets, one for desktop and tablet and one for mobile, which are filtering widgets. So it's not the same type of module. The other one is a menu. Meaning that when you click on something, you go somewhere. That's
Hmm.
the concept of a menu. You click on something, you go somewhere. Here, it's a filter. So here it's filtering what's on the side, or it's filtering what's under it on mobile. It's not the same kind of module.
Right.
So okay, so that's where we are now for those pages, and we have added a section called digital downloads. So exactly as we did for the shop products and the dog food list, if I go behind the scenes, so in the admin side, right here, we have a new custom post type called digital products. In the same way we had food items and shop products.
Right.
So those digital products, if we open one of them, so if I edit one of them, like this one, the flea and tick guide, we have a series of fields: title, short description, long description, the cost, empty when it's free, an icon, square image, featured image for socials or for the feed, a video embed URL. It's a bit weird that it's not the straight URL from YouTube. That's an embed one, but it's because in the series we had a mix of videos that were live videos, so replays of live videos from YouTube, and the usual traditional videos, so like a video that you would record and post on YouTube. And if you use the traditional Elementor video plugin, it
Mhm.
only works with the traditional videos, so the ones that are recorded and uploaded, not with the live videos. For some reason, that's beyond my understanding, but it only works for the normal videos. So I had to figure out a way to make it work for both, for the live videos and for the normal videos. And the only way to do it in the front end was to use what we call an iframe, and to use for the iframe the embed version of the video. So how do you find this embed version of the video? It might be interesting to show it. So I will open in one window somewhere your channel and then bring it back to the screen.
Okay.
Okay, so if I open your channel, so I've got videos. Okay. Yeah, and en direct, those are live videos. Okay,
Mhm.
it's in French, and the usual ones are in videos. So if you click on one of those videos, it's you. If you click on one of those videos, if you go to sharing, you've got the embed code here, and in the embed code, you've got this URL there. Not the full code, just the URL there,
Right.
which is basically using the same ID. So if you see at the end, you've got NILZL, blah, blah, blah. That's the same you have after the V equals in the normal video, but it's preceded by this /embed/. And that's the one you need for an iframe. You don't want to
Yeah.
have the other one. You need this one. I mean, for the iframe in Elementor. And
Right.
that way you can display both live and not live. So
So, question. So you've added for this custom post type, you've added these inputs: featured image, video, embed URL, etc. If I want it, I'm thinking long term, right? Like scalability. Eventually I'll probably have 100 digital downloads, right? Right now I have maybe 9. So if should I add another input, which I think is on the Google Excel, I can't remember, but where there'd be almost a category so that eventually I could make a filter, for example, like we did on the dog food list.
there is already a category, a product category. You see, preventive care.
Yes. So that's was okay. So that way I'm thinking, and we don't have to do it now, but I was just thinking it'd be nice to have either a filter or menu, however we think is best, on the digital download page, because right now it's easy to see everything that's available.
Mhm,
But in a year, there might be 50 or 100. So it'd be nice somebody who just wants to see preventative or just wants to see recipes,
mhm.
um, to
The
click that.
same. It's exactly actually the same concept as for the shop page. So
Okay,
you would basically have a menu with all the product category that would redirect to a page where there would be only the products of that category. So it
perfect.
would be the same concept exactly. And actually, the custom taxonomy called new product category. So this
Mhm.
type of custom taxonomy, it is shared. Is the same, technically speaking, as the one for the shop products. Is the same category. You see?
Okay, yeah.
You got product categories. Product category is the same. So if I click on product categories,
Mhm.
I've got all the product categories, including the ones
Shop.
for the shop. They are together, but they won't be displayed in the menu for the shop products, because in the menu for the shop products we picked the one that we wanted to show. So if I take it here, product categories desktop, we manually pick the one that we wanted to show there. You see,
Mm,
categories, which means that if you add another one, you have to go to the product categories which are there
okay.
and add it there. So see,
But I
if
need to create a whole new menu, not add it on this one.
no, yeah, for the other one, but for
Right.
this one, let's say that for the shop products you add a new category, and then you say, "Oh, I don't see it in the menu of the shop page," it's because you
Got
need
it.
to add it. You need to add it. You see?
Yeah, that
Uh,
makes sense.
but if you want to create indeed a new one for the digital downloads, you
Mhm.
call it you
Create new menu.
create
Yeah.
a menu, and then you say, but we can even create the menu even if we don't use it. So if we say digital products categories, for instance, we create it like that. Okay. Uh, it's not that we don't use it, but it's there. And then we go to the product categories, and in the product categories, there will probably be, where is it? View.
Maybe view all, yeah.
And then
Okay, preventative.
I don't
Oh,
know
it's in
which
there
preventive case, probably because there was an error on that one. And, okay, but anyway,
recipes.
yeah, recipes and what was
There
there
was
was
one
three
flee and oh no, that is preventative. Allergy was the other one
okay,
at the top.
so now it's there. You see,
Oh,
so now you've got that menu. So you could pick that menu from the front end and put it somewhere. So
yeah.
if I had, but at the moment it doesn't make much sense because there's not a lot. But if I'm
Well, it's
on,
still good to have because I'm gonna start adding more soon anyway. So,
if I'm there on this page, which is a landing
mhm.
page of the digital product, it's the archive page, but which looks like this because it's a template. So it's a
So do
feed.
I need to click that archive instead of clicking edit with Elementor?
Yeah, because it's a template for the archive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now, if you are here, for instance, and you would say, I want to add a menu from a WordPress menu, you put it somewhere there, for instance, and you pick the one digital
Yeah,
product categories, that one, okay, and you put it there. And I think the idea was to,
they had a ham or drop down or
what was it? Breakpoint on. I don't remember what was the default.
I think the layout, maybe layout horizontal, maybe we did it as something else. I
Mm,
remember doing this, but I don't know.
yeah, drop down.
There you go. Yay.
Drop down, but then
And then get rid of the hamburger. Remember you changed that to none and then
and then what happened? I think also what we had. Let me see. Was that we have like a two-level thing? I think to have this word. Uh, Let me see. If I take the product categories mobile, it's probably that one. No. Yeah, you
the
see, we have a pick a category,
oh,
which is like an empty thing. It's interesting because on desktop, but probably what you did on the shop page is that you just picked the mobile one, so that you also had this this one, because if you don't have the pick a category one, okay, you put none, what you have is immediately all the rest displayed. If you pick this, I would say useless introduction in a way, uh, that's the only thing you see. So let me show you because it will be clearer. So if I put an empty custom link here, so I don't put any link behind it, I just say pick a category like this, put it there, put it first, and I indent the other ones. And then if I come back to the page, I will reload the page. I will update it first, and I will reload the ppage.
yes, always update.
Otherwise, it doesn't know what's happening. So I reload the page. Yeah, and you see now you've got the first
I
one,
love it.
which,
Yeah.
which becomes basically uh,
Do
the
I have to create landing pages for it to go? Like, for example, preventative, there was more than one digital
no.
download?
Theoretically, it would be automatic. We have a look in an instant, but theoretically, it would be automatic. So let's see. But we might have to skin them, but it will be automatic. So let's put it like we did before. like
Mhm.
that. And I think I had also this border
Yeah, I think you did a
solid one, and then 10 here, I guess, or 5, I don't remember. Yeah, 5. Okay, and then I had the over in blue, and I had this in white to make sure it's white, and I had this in white to make sure it's white, and I had this in secondary. Okay, that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, good. And let's see on mobile. Mobile, what happens on mobile? On mobile, we will remove the left side padding to put it. Oops, come on, baby. Up. That's interesting. Okay,
oh, there you go.
nice.
Nice.
Okay, so that's fine. And in here, it will be the same as the other one. Okay, we just put
Yeah.
some space, some margin top and down here, so that it's breathing a bit. Yeah, and there also the margin top and down. No, not right. Top and down, and it's breathing a bit. Okay, and now if I open the page, okay, so let's see. Yeah,
Like for preventative, I know there's more than one. Yeah.
so
Oh, done.
yeah, it's automatic.
Now, will all of these digital guides, are they indexed in the search bar that you added in the upper left? Like, are those already, like if I search flea and tick or something,
We have to see if it's no, I don't think so, because uh, it,
like, is that something that needs to be
yeah,
updated every time? Okay.
or you could say it searches across everything, but it's better to just pick it. So you go to Ajax and Search Pro, and then you pick the search, or you click on the cogs here, and then you will just drag what you want to have in the search though.
Hmm.
So the one missing is this. So you do,
Yeah. Okay. And then
then
update. Okay.
you save all the tabs. Yeah, and I think it would be indexed pretty much automatically, because there's not much to index. So
Yeah. Flea and tick guide. I see it.
now it's there. Okay.
Look how pretty that looks, by the way, everyone. Like, it's so nice.
Yes.
Okay. I made us off track, but I think that little right there is a really good little helpful
Hmm.
activity.
Yeah, and then it was easy to create because the same logic as the other one. So as
Yeah.
you can see on the bottom right, you've got the video that we embedded,
Hmm.
uh, and the text there, the square shape image, and this is where it becomes interesting because I'm logged in, so I'm already in the matrix. I'm part of the community. I don't see any form here to download this thing. If I click on download, basically it immediately downloads it from the URL. But by the way, you've got to update some of the links because it's still the test PDF here. If I
I
click,
added all of them.
no,
Oh.
not some of them, because here it's still the test PDF. So
Oh.
just go to
Dang it.
them later and you will check them.
Yes, I will check. I'm going to add that to my list.
So if you click, it's an immediate download because you are part of the community. But if I open this, let's open the site here in incognito mode.
Hmm.
And here we are not logged in, okay? So if I go to the same digital download, the flea and tick guide, it's a free one. Now
Yeah.
you can see we have a form because there is a rule in the template, and we have a look at the rule, which says that if you are not signed in, we show you this thing, we show you this form, okay? Whereas if you are signed in, quite logically, because it's part of the promise of the site, we don't show you the form, we just show you a button. So how is it done behind the scenes? So we have the third one thing, which is Elementor single pay post here. That's the one I use for this one. It's a single post, the digital product. So you see that there are a few options actually there. You've got the button that we have just seen. You've got a button with just an email, and you've got a button with a payment form, which is used only if the cost field in the digital product is not empty. So if there is a price set for the digital product. So there are three different options. The first one, if you're already logged in and if it's free, you can download immediately. The second one, if you are not logged in and it's free. And the third one, if you are not logged in or if you are logged in because it's paid, so it's not part of the membership. So you've got to put your credit card details there. So three different options. So if I look at this one, there is this visibility tab, the last in the module, which drives the visibility. It's something that was created with the dynamic for Elementor plugin.
Hmm.
So you activate the visibility option and you say, for instance, hide. So we want to hide this thing when two potential conditions. The first one is user role. If the visitor is not logged in, we hide it. So if the visitor is logged in, we don't hide it, we show it, the opposite of hiding it. Here, also, we hide it if the cost is, as it says there, valorized with any value. So if there is something in the cost field of the info sheet of a product, we don't show the immediate download button because you can't download this thing immediately. You've got to pay with your credit card. So we don't show the immediate download if there is something in the cost field or if the user is not logged in. So two potential options. This one is another one. So here we hide it. We hide it for whom? Okay, we hide it here if the user is a subscriber or an administrator. So we are both administrators of the site. And a user is a subscriber as soon as they have signed up to the membership plan, because MemberPress gives a default role of anyone signing up to subscriber. There is in WordPress a series of roles. Subscriber is the lowest for anyone signing up. Then you've got author, editor, and admin at the top, like the owners are admin.
Hmm.
If you are a subscriber or an administrator, we don't show you this this download thing. And also dynamic tags. So if we have cost filled out, we don't show it because we don't want to show two fields. We don't want to show this one and the next one for people who need to pay. Okay,
Right.
so that's all of those conditions that you've got to think about. And the last one, it's hidden when there is nothing in the cost field. So when the cost field is empty, which means when it's free, you don't need to show a payment form. So that's what I was saying before we started this conversation. Most of the intricacies and the challenges with something like this are not really to make it look pretty or to the technicalities of a module versus another. It's more when do I show this? When do I show that? What is the logic behind all of this? And we have even amended a bit the logic because we will do something live now with the downloads,
Landing page or
with the intermediate an intermediate thank you page to join the community, because you have to understand now that the membership from MemberPress is one thing. It at the moment it is mainly gating the dog food list items, so all the products in the dog food list. That's
hmm
what's being gated. But this file download thing is another thing. It's taken care of via the native forms of Elementor. I wanted to do that because I didn't want to have to add the friction of another page when you are in front of a potential download. Just put your email, hit download, you get the download, and end of the story. It's better for conversion purposes.
Yeah. And
Downside of
it's
that,
oh, go ahead.
the downside of that is they are not part of the community. So that's what we're going to do now, is trying to convert them to the community.
So before we do that, two quick questions. If I wanted to, I'm just trying to think of what somebody watching might have questions on. So for those boxes, which by the way, this looks incredible, where it says by downloading this product, etc. Let's say someone wanted to change that verbiage. Would they change it right in that box? And then if well, that's my first question. Would they change that text right there if they wanted to?
Yeah, so the boxes, they are form modules. So
Right.
it's a module that's directly available in Elementor, which is called a form module. So you've got different fields in the form module. The first field in this one is an email, which is required, as you can see.
Yeah.
Okay. I have just removed the label, because if you put a label, it will put the label on top of that, and it's ugly. So I removed the label.
Okay.
Then the second one, it is what they call an acceptance item. So acceptance meaning a box to tick to accept what's happening there before hitting the submit button. So it's called an acceptance button, and the text of the acceptance button is there.
Perfect.
So if you want to change the text of the acceptance button, it's there. And we obviously change across all the instances of this specific module
That
on
was going to be my next question is are they basically templates
yes,
where
templates, yeah.
okay, perfect. So that's nice. And then can you hyperlink within that acceptance text or no? Like where it says, oh, I
Mm,
guess we don't, but like if I wanted to put
I don't know.
privacy,
I
yeah, I
don't know
don't
if
think
there's
you
some
can.
HTML thing going on there. Let me see. Href. No, test. A, uh, and yeah, and something. Otherwise, it won't work. Let's say http test.com. I don't know.
Oh,
I can
eh,
try. I can try because here anyway it won't be. So, but let's see if it does it. I'm just saving it. I come back to a page where I can see it, so that I see. I will see if there is a link there. Oh yeah, and probably I have to
purge it.
purge it
Purge. When in doubt, purge. And always click update. I think that's something
or
I've learned the hard way.
deactivate the cache if you want. But yeah, there is a link there.
Okay, cool. So then what I can do is go add privacy policy. I always like putting that like
Yeah.
right
So
there.
the way you do it is basically you've got to add some HTML for dummies there, which is so a link. The way a link is structured in HTML is you start with this arrow, the letter A, then you put href, and then yeah, you put equal href, I guess. And then you put the URL, could be the privacy policy, and then you put the word that you want to have, like privacy policy,
Yeah.
and then you finish. You finish with, but I can't even find the privacy policy since we have
Well,
it.
I don't think I've added that page yet. We could still leave that just
No,
so
we've got some page because we connect. It's not let's say finish, but we've got some page.
Oh yeah, we do have one
Yeah,
actually.
we have one there. So if I take the link there, I think I put the link there. And yeah, the only thing maybe is put some in there. And I guess I can. Let me see. Yeah, because at the moment the links are by default green.
Green.
I think. Let me see that first. I will purge it again because I want to reload it just to make sure that this link is working. So here, privacy policy. So I've got a link there, and if I click on the link, it goes to privacy policy. So that's working. So the next bit is if we want to make it different, and any link, I would say. I mean, we can restrict it specifically to this link if we can put. Is there a way there to put? No, I see. I would say a CSS class. Not really. So it would be anything. Okay,
I
fine.
think it looks okay. We just had to add it to the also the
Yeah, we can do that. So let's take the same here and go here in the other one. So the other one, we go there, and we are number two or number three. I don't remember.
3
Number
2.
two.
You're right.
And then you just put it there
Cool.
and throw it there and update. And so here in this one, so the second module, you've got number one is the email, number two is this thing, number three, it's
Mm,
Stripe module, okay, where the currency is set to USD, and the transaction amount, so the thing that would be invoiced, billed for when someone press on download,
mhm.
is coming from the cost field of the product. So if you put $25 in the cost, 20, not $25, 25 in the cost field, when people hit download, that would be 25. That's it.
Yeah. And then the last question, and then we can do the intermediary page, is since this is like a template basically in the form template, if I have a brand new digital download I'm going to add
Mhm.
tomorrow, for example, is it easy one that's free? I guess it wouldn't matter, but would I just almost duplicate
I know
this and then just change the field information and change the PDF that would
you don't
upload?
need to do anything basically. When there is a new product, add it to the list. So when if we
The
go
custom field list where
so if we go in digital products here, okay, if you add manually or via an import another digital
okay,
product, it's displayed using the template. So you don't need to do anything. When there is a new product, it's there.
that's so amazing. Okay, perfect.
Okay. So just fill out fields basically. You don't. So this one, for instance, is empty. If I put stuff there in the fields, okay. If I fill out everything and I hit publish, it's there.
Cool.
You don't need to touch the template, and because the template takes care of the difference between free when there's nothing in price and
Right.
paid when there is something in price, it will do all the things regarding which field, which form to show and which form not to show. So
Got it.
you don't need to do anything special. And last thing I wanted to show with the form is that we have a last field, which is a hidden field. You see, hidden.
Mhm.
And this field, which is called file, so the ID is file, um, it is taking the value from the column that we have in the digital products, the last one here, which is called file URL text mode, which is basically the same value as this one, but we needed two. It was just a detail because uh, the in the template you can't here in the specific module you can't reference a URL field. You can only reference a text field. But why do we need this hidden file field? It is because when we send email to the user, the second email, the first one is a notification to the admin. At the moment it's me, but I would change the email to yours later. Uh, but when we send the message to the user, as you can see, there is a dynamic field there, which says field ID equals file, and this is the the field that's coming from this form. It has to be there basically because the email that goes out, it pulls data from what was filled out by the user or hidden in the field in the form. That's technically the way it works. The email pulls out data from the field or data attached to the form using this concept of a hidden field. That's a very
Makes sense. And that's how they download it because it'll have the link there.
yeah, because they get the link there
Yeah.
from and so this is dynamic because it's in the info sheet. It's specific, obviously, to this download. So we
Mhm.
don't send them the link to another download. So that's the way it is set. And as we said at the moment, sorry, you've got a few actions after submit. You've got one which is by default collect submissions. There is an area in Elementor where you can have a database of all the submissions to the forms, and then it sends out 2 email notification to the admin and email to the user. And at the moment there is a pop-up. So at the moment there is a pop-up which shows also the link that goes out in the email. But what we want to do is change this and display a thank you page, because we want to entice them to join the community, to have an unlimited access to all the free downloads and also to the dog food items. So we say, okay, it's fine. You already gave us your email. You've got your download. You can stop there if you want. You have joined the mailing list anyway. But if you want to join the community, then we will redirect you to a page. So what we do is we have to pick redirect, and we will remove pop-up, because if we keep pop-up and redirect, it will be a mess.
Yeah.
The pop-up will stay for 1 second and then the page will just reopen. They don't have the time to click on the pop-up. So we don't do the pop-up. We just say on the page that they have to check their email. So redirect. Okay, and now I have to create a page, because as you can see now there is a new option, redirect to. So it's asking me where do you want to redirect those people. So what I'm going to do is create a new page, download thank you or something like that. So I go to the pages, and you know what? I'm going to speed things up. I'm going to clone the thank you free plan page that I created for you yesterday. So I'm cloning it just to have some structure there. That would be easier. So draft mode, and then I will open it with Elementor. I will change just the name so that we can use it for this specific purpose. Okay, so let's change first the name, so I can go there and say thank you digital downloads or digital products. Okay, oops, like that. Okay, and here. Okay, thank you for downloading. Okay, and now here we'll just do something here. Join to get access, to get unlimited.
I like that.
Unlimited access to all my digital products and the curated dog food list. Join my community.
Free community.
My free community. Okay. Just put some holding thing there, and oops. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just coming back. Sometimes it's a bit moving there. Okay. And we just change the button because it's not obviously the same concept as here. So we'll just say join now. And here we will use so the registration page that I can find if I click probably here. Let me see if it's the right one. I think it's the free membership one. Yeah, that one. Okay, so where am I? Where am I? Here. Okay.
There we go.
So that thing. So I put it there.
Publish. Okay.
So now I have a look at the page. Yeah, I just changed I will just change the slug there because it's not the same. Let me see. Where is the slug there? Here. Thank you. Digital. The products. Voilà. Okay. We won't index this page, so I can do something. Where is it? Where is this? Advanced. Allow search engine to show this page. No. Okay. So now it's done. So now what I do is I I will grab this URL, okay, put it in the redirect of my form. Okay. Yeah.
And again, since this form is essentially a template, you just have to do this once, and it'll apply to all of the forms here. Yeah,
I do it for the two
for
forms.
the true for the two
Because,
form things. Yeah.
because it's also applies to this one. So I also remove the pop-up and I also do the redirect. Okay,
Mhm.
and redirect.
Redirect and add the link.
So now if I do the demo of this thing, and first I will just purge cache to make sure we're just there as it should be. Breathe. Oh yes. Okay, cool. So digital downloads. Let's do it. So Fleet Ticket Guide. I just put an email, whatever email anyway, testmail.com. Yes, and then download. Okay, because of a server error. That's interesting.
I got that earlier, but I figured it was, I don't know.
It's maybe because there is some issue with the SMTP route. Have you already implemented? Because when I did the test, it was with my Send in Blue credentials.
Oh,
Uh,
because I did it in test. Maybe that's I just added my test credential API.
um, let's have a look. So, but I will open it in another window because I'm
Oh
not
yeah, because it's it might show my
revealing the keys. But
you I trust. The world, I don't know.
so let's see in SMTP. Because yes, to explain, we need to set an API key, a Send in Blue API key to go out, Send in Blue or another one. I'm not sure actually because your key seems to be pretty short. You know what? For the sake of the demo, I put back my key and then
Okay.
we just figure this out after the code. But so that it goes out, I just put a key. So an
Okay.
API key, for those of you who don't understand what an API key is, it's basically something to connect to the service which will here send the email. We will use, it has to be a v3 API key for Send in Blue, just a detail. Just a bunch of characters that you put in the backend. And it's a long thing. So that's why your key,
Maybe I did the wrong one. I'll after this, I'll go back and
Doji was too short, so it's not the right one, I think. So let me try again now. Okay, and maybe we will need to do the purging thing again to make sure it's set up. So whatever. Okay. Yeah, now it's working. Boom. You see? Voila, down.
cool.
And yeah, we have to
That's
add
so cool.
something on the page, which was thank you for downloading this item, and I will add here something there. You will receive
Oh, good point.
mail with the download link.
Within 24 hours, put and then just say be sure to check your spam just in case. Something like that.
Okay, and thank you for. It's more like for requesting. Thank you, or just thank you because it's not thank you for downloading because it's not
Yeah, it's
downloading.
just thank you. Yeah, I like that.
It will be there. So that's the flow now. So basically now, if you
I
if
love
I
that.
reload that, probably. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, we didn't save it.
No, it's not that. It's probably because something changed in the meantime. Yeah, it's changed back to the old slug. It's okay. Let me change it again. Yeah, because I saved the previous iteration of the same page. So thank you. Digital products. Can happen if you have multiple tabs open and you resave some old stuff.
Oh, I see what you're
Understand?
saying.
Yeah, that's why. So now it's there. Okay, cool. So now, if you click on join now, boom, you go there, and you just have to re-put your email, obviously, but that's a detail, and then password, and then you're signed up. And if you're signed up, so let's come back here. So if I log in, I just choose one of my credentials. So if I'm logged into the community like this, so first of all, on this page, the Dog Better page, I've just adapted this copy. You've got access to the dog food list and the downloads. And if you go to the downloads, and if you go to the flea and tick guide, now
You
you've
just
got another
download it.
person.
Look at that user experience. Now, where does it capture their emails? Because obviously we'll need to connect that to.
So at the moment, okay, yeah, there are multiple ways to see to do this. So at
And
the
do you have a preference on emails that you use? Like I was thinking about MailerLite, but you mentioned Send in Blue because I know that was an SMTP, but
yeah,
is there one that you've seen better success with or
I've been using Sun in Blue for years now.
did
It's
you see
reliable.
that they just changed to Brevo? They changed
Yeah, yeah,
they
they
changed
changed their name.
yeah.
They changed their name recently. It's a French company, but
Oh,
they are pretty successful. Actually, it was one of the first companies which didn't charge per registered customer, because at some point it has changed since then, because now you can have some kind of a pay per volume of email sent
yeah.
option for MailChimp. But in the beginning, in the early days of MailChimp, for a few years, you paid for any for the amount of users that you had signed up registered, even if you just sent emails sporadically to those users and not to all of those users. So you had people with hefty bills from MailChimp because they had thousands and thousands of users, but they were not sending truckloads of emails. They had just a lot of users. And the
Yeah.
business model of MailChimp was originally based on the amount of registered users in your mailing list.
Mm,
So a few companies like Mailjet, Sendinblue, and other ones, they adopted another business model, which was based on the volume of emails sent per month, uh,
mm.
which for some users proved far more affordable than paying for sleepy users in a way.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but it has evolved. Mailchimp has also adapted their pricing model because of the competition. So it's not they don't have the same kind of competitive advantage now. But still, they are reliable. They are not expensive, and they provide this SMTP routing that you can use. They're
Mhm.
not the only ones. You can also do that with Mailgun. You can do that with SendGrid, which is part of the Twilio group now. You can do that with Amazon SCS. Amazon SCS is actually probably the cheapest way for pure SMTP, but it's a bit
Mhm.
trickier to implement, a bit more geeky.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, Sendinblue is a good choice for that. But you can also implement, if you just need the SMTP routing for the emails out, and you don't expect thousands and thousands of notifications, because transactional email SMTP route is just for the notifications from the site,
Mhm.
like people downloading stuff, notifications to the admin if there's a problem on the site, something like that. Uh, Contact messages, something like this. So if you don't have a lot of volume, you can even connect Gmail. So you can just follow the tutorial
Right.
uh, of um, of the plugin and puts your Gmail credentials, even the basic Gmail, not even Workspace, like the consumer Gmail, can be used as an outbound SMTP route on a WordPress site using the plugin that we installed. So you don't need to go Sendinblue. I've got Sendinblue because I'm using Sendinblue for emailing, so for the mailing list and all that stuff.
That's what I mean, like, for mailing
Yeah,
list as well. I'm I was
but
looking in Send in
both.
Blue, and their pricing is pretty competitive for
Yeah,
actual, like, marketing email.
yeah, it does both. It's reliable. The interface is very good. It's still improved with the new branding, and it does both. Whereas something like SendGrid, for instance, by Twilio, they are specialized in transactional email, so SMTP routing. Uh, and I think I checked yesterday, it was $15 or $19 per month, but just for the transactional bit.
Mm,
for
wow.
50,000 email a month on transactional, but you won't use 50,000 email transactional. So for you, it's better to have transactional as an option to something else than transactional as a standalone product.
Right. Exactly. And that's when I saw those, I was like, oh, let me look at Send in Blue.
Mm.
And the pricing is really
Yeah, it's a good one.
competitive. And so, anyways, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if
So,
I was, let's say I was going to do Send in Blue for my marketing email,
yeah,
how
and
would I add that here?
just to go on that road for the sign up. So when you pick the routing for what's happening after the submit,
Hmm.
you can see you've got other options. Uh, you've got
Mm.
you've got native options like Mailchimp, for instance. Get response. MailerLite is a native option, by the way. You see, so
Mm.
and I don't think that Sendinblue is a native option. But the way I do it with Sendinblue is that I use a webhook. It's called a webhook,
Okay.
and I connect it like that, actually via Make by Integromat, but that's a detail. But I'm just using the webhook to send directly an email that's captured here to the destination. But if people are using one of the other options like ConvertKit, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, Drip, or Mailchimp, or MailerLite, which was somewhere around here, it's like that. But
I
you can
like
also,
it.
for instance, you see, you can also, if you are on Discord, like we are
Yeah.
together, you can
Yeah.
notify Discord, you can notify Slack, you can notify,
That's cool.
you can generate a PDF, which is interesting when people buy something and you can, you need to create a receipt. You can go to Telegram uh, and the pop-up that we use. So you see.
Yeah.
But by default, it's also collected in a database in Elementor that you can access via the backend. If you go to Elementor submissions here,
So you
you've
could
got,
manually,
yeah, you've got those, and you can export them if you want. You see?
yeah, but it'd be better to make it automatic once I
Yeah,
choose my email. So, but no, that's cool. And then it's cool that it's all in Elementor as well. It's kind of almost like a backup in a sense, really. But
yeah. I always collect them also by default because you never know if the connection breaks or something like that.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So that's the way you do it. So at the moment it's set the way we wanted to do it. So I've done the digital downloads. We've revisited the shop page, and yeah, actually I don't remember what I had on my checklist. We did the caching in the beginning. I think
Yeah,
we
we
did
did that.
pretty much what we wanted to do.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing. The only other thing I was going to ask, which we maybe could be a teaser for next time, because I know we're almost at an hour,
Mhm.
was like in my current website, if you're on the website on any page for, I think 20 seconds, a pop up pops up that says, "Do you want to join an, an email?" So I don't know if that's like a widget we can just add on, or if that's like a custom coding.
No,
Um,
it's something very easy to do, but you
it's a
can,
pop up.
yeah, we can do it just for finish. You will see. It's and then we'll be done for today to show
Okay.
how easy it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. uh, so if you go in Elementor, you've got the pop-ups in the template. So you've got the pop-ups, and this is where I had created the pop-up that we removed, that was meant to be shown for the download, the confirmation, but we don't use it anymore. So
Mhm.
I can even trash it here, and I will create a pop-up. So let's call it
Email capture.
email capture. That's it. Okay. So it will offer you a few options, but we'll do it from scratch. It's easier for me than tweaks existing stuff. So I'm just doing it from scratch. So as you can see, there's some kind of a pop-up there. So I can do email capture. So I'm just starting with a blank section. So I will put some title there, like join my community. Okay, community like this. What I do also is put some default padding around the whole thing. and then I will put an email. Oh yeah, I think we have. Yeah, we had what we call global widgets that we use on the homepage and other places for the newsletter sign up. So if I drag it there, boom.
Oh, well, there
See,
you go.
it's already there. And let me see. What was the other one? Because I've got this other one. I wanted to. Ah, yeah.
That one, I like that.
Okay, let's remove the title then. We don't need the title then. We don't need this block because the title is part of the widget, so we don't need this block. Come on. Yeah. Delete, and we will remove this one. Delete. Delete. Well, why does it? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it like this. Oh, it doesn't want to.
It really wants us to use that one. There you go.
No, but I want to delete it. I don't want just, at the moment it's hidden, but I don't,
Oh, I see. Weird.
mm, yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes, okay, I can, no, normal, theoretically, if I just,
There's always one thing. There's always
it's always
one.
in the end also,
Yeah.
it's like doomsday, but I can, you know what, I'm just saving the draft and I will reload it and theoretically it will solve the mess. Theoretically, if you right click on one of the modules at the top right there, you should be able to remove it. And at the moment, for some totally magical reason, it doesn't do it. Okay, let's
Start
remove
over.
all. Okay, this and
There
then
you go.
okay, fine. And there's just one now. Yes, that's one. Okay, perfect, done. So there was some extra padding at the bottom, so just to balance it, I will add some at the top. Marginal padding, maybe, yeah, maybe margin, maybe 30. Let's see on mobile how it looks. That's fine.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, obviously we can add some other stuff in the future, but that's just to
Yeah, but
show how it's
to get an
working.
idea.
So then you've got display conditions.
Mm.
So we can show it on the entire site. Why not? And then the triggers. So we can say on page load, wait 10 seconds, for instance. Okay. And then we can say show up to 3 times per persisting on close.
What
Okay.
does that mean on close?
If people close it, it will show them maximum 3 times
Oh, okay.
at different moments. And what do I want to do? Oh yeah, save and close. And I also wanted to make sure that there's an arrow there at the top. The top, you saw the top right there, the arrow,
Yeah.
the X. Sorry, the X.
Yeah.
Close it. So if I do this, okay, where is it? No. I just wanted to see where it was. Structure. Because sometimes it's possible to make it bigger or smaller.
In one of these options, well, let me think for a second. Hypothetically, because I was reading that it's best to give something, right? Like you want to get like join my email family to give a free PDF. So technically, I could change the verbiage, the text, and say, join my email family, get a free digital download on free recipe.
Mhm.
Then I could reroute that once they sign up to um, a recipe page, correct? Or is it better just to add like a PDF within it?
But you could. There are multiple ways to see it. At the moment, it's the default sign up. So if you want it to behave independently and do something else, you can unlink it from global. We're going to do this, so it's already prepared. So now you have access to the items on the form, including the actions after submit. So at the moment, You see, it was connected
Yeah.
to MailerLite already, this one. So this one was
Oh,
already
wow.
sending stuff to MailerLite potentially. We tested it. So
So then I could just say I could do the same thing, redirect
yeah,
after they
if
give their
you
email,
go
and
for
then
redirecting,
create a whole new page, and that page could have, like, a recipe or whatever the freebie is.
yeah,
Cool.
you could do that. And
Just yeah.
redirect here, and then add some redirect there. Same concept.
Or I guess it could email it to them. That'd be even better. But I can play with it. I just
And for that, if you want to email it to them, you need email to, and you need obviously the recipient not to be yourself, but to be the email that you captured in the form. And the way you find it is where is it? Here. Where is the email? Here. So if you go to advanced, you've got this short code here. You see? You
mhm.
grab the short code and you take the short code and you put it as the recipient of the email, which will dynamically send the email to this
So
guy. And
can you add attachments through here or no? You would have to you'd have to do the link
yeah,
from the
you have
media.
to
Yeah.
do the link thing. So the way you do it is that you add a hidden field to the form. So basically you reproduce the concept we had there. So you picked hidden, where is it? Hidden here. And then you need, but no, if it's the same freebie all the time, you don't need to do the hidden thing. If it's the same freebie all the time, if it's not dynamic, okay, if it's not linked to this specific form, what you do is just put the link in the email. You see, you just write your email and you put the link in the email.
The text link like we did
Yeah,
with the
and it's
media
the
pages.
link, the link, yeah.
Yeah, the WordPress copy image. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Or a bitly, which is less ugly than the big
True.
thing, but and then you can track the links. But this is because by default, what it does when it sends an email to you or to the user, it's this short code all fields, which basically reconfirms the fields that they filled out. So it sends them their own email, which is pointless, obviously. Uh,
Yeah,
so you have to write something there,
right.
and it's a HTML thing. So which means that if you want to do dear and then line break, you've got to put br,
Mhm.
thank you, blah blah blah, and then br, and then you put your link here, URL, and then another br, and then see you soon, and then br. You see, like that. That's the way you write it. I can just save it.
Yeah, we'll save it because I can go back and that's awesome. Okay, no more questions for me.
That's it for
That was awesome,
now.
though.
Now if I go to the front end, and maybe we need to have
Maybe
the
wait, I think 10 seconds we said, or
yeah, or maybe yeah, it's
there it
here.
is.
Okay.
Cool.
See?
Yeah, it's
And
beautiful.
it will be shown up to 3 times after closing. That's the rule.
Okay.
You can obviously change the rules. You can decide you don't show it on the home page. You can decide
Mhm.
all of the options for the pop-up. And the way you find it back is you go to Elementor,
Pop up.
no, sorry, template, pop-up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where it is. Here we go.
Yay. Okay, that was awesome. That's probably I say this every time, but I think that was the most actionable one we've done to date. Like, there was, like, a ton of
Better and better.
really yeah, good. I
We'll
love
be,
it.
we'll be perfect. We'll be perfect in the end. I expect, as I said before we started recording, that we have probably another 3 sessions before we can push to live. And after that, it will be a lifetime journey for you to add stuff and fine tune, tweak everything. But I'm pretty sure that within 3 weeks it will be ready.
Awesome. Very excited. Very appreciative.
Great. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure as for all the previous ones, and I will leave obviously a link to the first ones for those who missed the original videos, and there are also a few other videos that are not part of the series but covering more in depth membership and other details on the channel if you're interested.
Great.
Thank you, Rachel. See you next week.
See ya.